did not know that I was shining. I thought the light was something others held. I spent so long admiring what was in them, not seeing what was equally in myself. But light does not diminish by being shared, and the one who shines does not take light from another. And what I mistook for ordinary in myself was the very thing the world had need of. I am shining, not with borrowed light, not with performance. I am shining the way a candle simply is, not because it tries, not because it earns it, but because that is what a candle does. I am shining, I am shining. There were years I turned the brightness down, afraid that being seen would be too much. But the dimming cost me more than being noticed, and the hiding was its own particular crush. But light does not diminish by being shared, and the one who shines does not take light from another. And what I mistook for ordinary in myself was the very thing the world had need of. I am shining, not with borrowed light, not with performance. I am shining the way a candle simply is, not because it tries, not because it earns it, but because that is what a candle does. I am shining, I am shining. The sun does not ask permission to rise. The moon does not apologize for reflecting. And I am done with asking whether I am allowed to simply be what I have always been. I am shining, always shining. I am shining. You have been carrying this light for a long time. In the quiet way you listen when others particular warmth of how you seek. It is not a small thing what you carry, even when it feels like nothing much. The world has been changed in ways you cannot measure by the particular quality of your touch. Let your light. Don't wait until you're ready. It is ready. Let your light. Don't wait until it's perfect. It is whole. The world does not need a flawless illumination. It needs the real and unmistakable you. Let your light. Let your light. The lighthouse does not shine for its own comfort. It shines because the dark is full of ships. And the light you are afraid to let be visible is exactly what someone else needs to live. It is not a small thing what you carry, even when it feels like nothing much. The world has been changed in ways you cannot measure by the particular quality of your touch. Let your light. Don't wait until you're ready. It is ready. Let your light. Don't wait until it's perfect. It is whole. The world does not need a flawless illumination. It needs the real and unmistakable you. Let your light. Let your light. Stop shrinking for the comfort of the room. Stop editing the fullness of your shine. The ones who need your light cannot find you when you keep it just a little bit behind. Let your light. Let your Let your Before the world told you who you should become, before the approval and the fear of being wrong, before the years of making yourself acceptable, there was a light in you that had been there all along. No one gave it to you, no one can remove it. It does not grow with achievement or acclaim. The light was always yours. Before the striving and the proving, the light was always yours. Before the world said otherwise, you did not earn it and you cannot lose it. It is the original fact of what you are. The light was always yours. The light was always yours. You have borrowed others' brightness when you doubted. You have looked outside for what was always in. But every time you found a light that moved you, you were simply recognizing your own kin. No one gave it to you, no one can remove it. It does not grow with achievement or acclaim. And the only thing that ever hid it from you was the belief that it depended on someone else's name. The light was always yours. Before the striving and the proving, the light was always yours. Before the world said otherwise, you did not earn it and you cannot lose it. It is the original fact of what you are. The light was always yours. The light was always yours. Go back to the child who did not question whether her brightness was too much or not enough. She simply was, completely and unguarded. And what she was, that was the light itself. The light was always yours. Always yours, it is yours. It is yours. I have become very skilled at making myself small, at finding the edge of any room and staying there. At being present without really being present, a practiced art of nearly disappearing. And it felt like safety for a very long time, like the shadow was a reasonable place to be. But I have spent years in the shadow of my own light, and the shadow was not protecting me. Stop hiding, the room needs what you bring to it. Stop hiding behind the careful words and measured smile. You are not made for the edges of things, you were made for the center of your own life. Stop hiding, come into the light. Stop hiding. when the shining cost me, when being too much meant being pushed away, and the child who dimmed herself for others' comfort became the woman still paying that same price today. And it felt like safety for a very long time, like the shadow was a reasonable place to be. But I have spent years in the shadow of my own light, and the shadow was not protecting me. Stop hiding, the room needs what you bring to it. Stop hiding behind the careful words and measured smile. You were not made for the edges of things, you were made for the center of your own life. Stop hiding, come into the light. Stop hiding. The hiding was a kindness to a version of yourself who needed to stay small, to stay safe. But that version has been outgrown now, and the light is waiting for you to take your place. Stop hiding. Come forward. Stop hiding. I have apologized for taking up too much space, for having opinions that were strong and clear, for the laugh that fills the room without my asking, for the way I sometimes want to disappear. But I am done with the apologies for shining, done with making myself comfortable for rooms that were never going to be comfortable regardless, no matter how much smaller I became. Right without apology, this is what I choose. Right without apology, I have nothing left to lose. By being true, I take up the space that my life requires. I shine the light that was given to me to shine. Right without apology, right without apology, this light is mine. The sun sun has never once apologized for shining. It does not check if the brightness is too much, and the flower does not ask permission from the meadow before it opens to the morning's touch. But I am done with the apologies for shining, done with making myself comfortable for rooms that were never going to be comfortable regardless. No matter how much smaller I became, bright without apology. This is what I choose. Bright without apology. I have nothing left to lose by being true. I take up the space that my life requires. I shine the light that was given to me to shine. Bright without apology. Bright without apology. This light is mine. To the ones who asked me to be smaller, I understand. You were afraid of your own light, and I forgive the asking, and I release it, and I choose my brightness anyway tonight. Bright without apology. Without apology, I shine. I used to think that shining was self-indulgent, that dimming myself was the more generous act. But the people I have loved who shone the brightest were the ones who gave me something I lacked. There was a woman once who spoke without apology about the things she loved and what she knew, and watching her brightness gave me permission to begin believing I could be that too. Your light heals others, whether or not you know it, whether or not you see. Your light heals others simply by the courage of being free. The person in the back of the room watching you needed to see that it was possible to be real. Your light heals others. Your light heals. I have been healed by strangers in the supermarket, by the way they laughed or paused to notice something small, by the woman who seemed fully at home in herself and made me think that I could be that too. After all, there was a woman once who spoke without apology about the things she loved Watching her brightness gave me permission to begin believing I could be that too. Your light heals others, whether or not you know it, whether or not you see. Your light heals others simply by the courage of being free. The person in the back of the room watching you needed to see that it was possible to be real. Your light heals others. Your light heals. This is the most generous thing you can do. Not the shrinking, not the hiding, not the small, but the full and unapologetic presence, the brightness that gives others permission to be tall. Your light heals others. Let it. Your light heals. You do not need to be the sun to matter. A single candle changes a room forever. The darkest room is only waiting for the smallest light to make the dark no longer feel like never. And you have stood in rooms that needed exactly the particular quality of light that you carry. Not the brightest, not the most dramatic, but the one that was irreplaceable and necessary. In the darkest room, one candle is everything. In the darkest room, one light is enough. You do not need to outshine the sun to matter. You only need to let your own light stay lit. In the darkest room, one candle is everything, and you are it. There are people in dark rooms right now who need you. Not a version of you that is better or more complete, but the actual you, with all your imperfections, holding your actual light, your actual heat. And you have stood in rooms that needed exactly the particular quality of light that you carry. Not the brightest, not the most dramatic, but the one that was irreplaceable and necessary. In the darkest room, one candle is everything. The candle does not wait until the room is darker, or until it is certain its light is wanted. It simply burns faithfully and without condition. And that is the whole of what is asked. In the darkest room, your light is enough. One candle. I have been waiting for someone to tell me that my light was real and worth the seeing, that I was not too much or not enough, that the shining was a reasonable way of being. But the permission I have been waiting for was never gonna come from somewhere outside me. And the authority to let my light be seen was mine to grant and mine alone to give me permission to shine. I give it to myself today. Permission to shine, no longer waiting for the world to say. I authorize the fullness of my brightness. I release the long apology for light. Permission to shine. I give it to myself. Permission to shine. I spent years attending to the brightness of others, making sure their lights were warm and fed, only slowly realizing the whole time that my own light had been quietly going unlit. But the permission I have been waiting for was never gonna come from somewhere outside me. And the authority to let my light be seen was mine to grant and mine alone to give me permission to shine. I give it to myself today. Permission to shine, no longer waiting for the world to say. I authorize the fullness of my brightness. I release the long apology for light. Permission to shine. I give it to myself. Permission to shine. Here is the document signed by the only one who had the authority to sign it all along. I who been so focused on my own light that I forgot to look at what it lands on. The way it falls on faces in the dark and makes the ordinary something to stand on. Every light reveals a different thing. The same room in candlelight is not the room in sun. And what my light illuminates in the world is something no one else's light has done. What you illuminate, only you can see it in that way. What you illuminate, the world that your particular light makes. The faces it falls on, the shadows it moves, the corners it reaches that others cannot find. What you illuminate is yours and yours alone. What you illuminate. I have seen the way the ones I love most deeply illuminate the parts of me I didn't know. The way their light lands on my hidden places and makes the growing visible and slow. Every light reveals a different thing. The same room in candlelight is not the room in sun. And what my light illuminates in the world is something no one else's light has done. What you illuminate, only you can see it in that way. What you illuminate, the world that your particular light makes. The faces it falls on, the shadows it moves, the corners it reaches that others cannot find. What you illuminate is yours and yours alone. What you illuminate. Keep shining on the things that matter. Keep your light on the faces of the ones you love. The world is changed by what you choose to illuminate, and you are the only one who can make that choice. What you illuminate, shine there. What you illuminate. You have come all the way. You freed yourself. You found peace. You healed. You remembered you were enough. You opened to connection. You chose to trust. You rose. And now, at the end and the beginning of everything, you shine. Not because you have finished becoming, not because you have earned it, not because someone gave you permission. You shine because that is what you are. You were made of light. You forgot for a while, the way we all do. But the light was never extinguished. It was only waiting for this moment, for you to turn toward it, for you to stop apologizing, for you to finally, completely, without condition, This is not the end of anything. This is the moment the light comes fully into view. Not a borrowed brightness, not a performance, but the original and irreplaceable you. Shine the way the morning cannot help but come. I carry all the seasons that made me. The dark, the waiting, the long way back to here. And all of it is part of what I'm shining. Every layer of the light I finally wear. Shine the way the morning cannot help but come. Shine the way the river finds its way to the sea. Everything you've been through was the polishing of the light. And the light was always, always meant to be free. Shine, you were always meant to shine. This is the truth that was always burning underneath the fear and the forgetting. You were made of light from the very first, and the light was never something you were getting.